Okay, now we can also do limiting reactant by using mole. For example, it's the same question, but instead of telling you the mass of the sodium and the mass of the iron oxide, I'm giving you how many moles of sodium I have and how many moles of iron oxide. In order to find the limiting reactant, I still have to do it the same way. I still have to find the mass, in other words, the grams of iron for both of them. Grams of iron. In other words, I'm going to do a mole to mass calculation. Now, mole to mass calculation means I have two conversion factors. I have two conversion factors. The first one, when you have mass to mass, is 3. This one here falls away, which means this one is still ratio, and this one is still molar mass, so it still has the 1 at the end. This one will have the 1 at the bottom. So, what do I put here? Here comes ratio. Sodium, I have 6 of them. So I have to put the 6 at the bottom. And I'm going to iron at the top. I put the 2 because I'm going from sodium to iron. So the known at the bottom, the unknown at the top. Then the molar mass of the iron is what goes in here. So I only need molar mass of my iron. Now, in my previous video, I said to you that this was 56 grams per mole because iron it's just 1. So in other words, I'm going to put the 56 grams over here. I will use that now to calculate my answer. Right? So let's quickly do that calculation. It is that gives me 93.33 grams. 93.33 grams of iron. Now I'll do exactly the same with my 4 moles of iron oxide that I have. I'm going to see how many grams of iron is that going to give me. Again, I will need a mole to mass calculation with 2 conversion factors. And the last one over here, I will put in the number 1 at the bottom. Number 1 goes in. So what goes in here is my ratio. So I have 1 iron, so I'll put a 1 at the bottom. And iron oxide, I mean. And then I have 2 ions, so the 2 goes on the top. Then my molar mass for iron goes in the end, which is 56 grams. So I put that into my calculator. And I get an answer of 448 grams. 448 grams of iron. Okay, so clearly from this, I can see that the least amount of iron that is produced is this one over here. That is the lowest amount, which means for this calculation, sodium will be my limiting reactant. That means that this one over here, iron oxide, is going to be my excess reactant. Now, in the previous calculation, we saw that the sodium was the excess reactant, but there I gave you mass, so you went mass to mass. In this calculation, instead of giving you the mass of my reactants, I gave you the moles. So you went mole to mass. You did a mole to mass calculation. The whole process is still the same. This is the lowest amount, that's the limiting reactant. If this is the limiting reactant, then this will be my theoretical yield.